that election day is a very exciting day. Sometimes we have a lot of unnecessary tension because the election is a fairly straightforward matter. What is your role as a citizen? So get up on election day, take your voter ID card, go to your polling station, join the queue. When is your turn? Go into the ballot. Based on the decision you've made, hopefully you have made a decision based on the important things to consider during this election period. And then based on that, you go and cast your ballot. Now, remember that your thumbprint is supposed to stay within the four corners of the square space, where if your print goes out of it, or if you saw the paper, it might be put aside as a spoiled ballot. If you make a mistake and you have that sort of problem, please ask for another ballot. But try and let's be careful, let's manage resources, and let's try and make sure that we are not spoiling ballots, or we are not making too many mistakes, so that we'll be able to have a non-controversial election result. Now, when you finish casting your ballot, please go home. Unless you are an official assigned to the polling station, either by the Electoral Commission or the representative of your political party, or an accredited observer, if you are not any of these things, please go home once you finish voting. Don't loiter around. Don't hang around because you may be intimidating others, you may be creating a problem, or you may become the victim of a problem. So go home. When it's time for ballots to be counted, you can come back. When you come back, stand where you are supposed to stand. Don't try and cross the line, the perimeter that has been set by the Electoral Commission to go closer to where the counting is happening. The counting is open, it's public, and please, every political party that is represented on the ballot has the opportunity to bring a representative to the station. That person is accredited by the Electoral Commission, and it is that person who stands there to look out for the party's interest. It is not you, unless you are the one who has been accredited. If you are not the one, then please don't try and act like you are there to look out for your party's interest. That's not your role. The election is not a complicated exercise. It is an exercise of arithmetic, adding numbers. The result is declared at the polling station. That polling station result is a public document. The pink sheet is pasted for all to see. That pink sheet is signed by all the agents of the political parties. Once that number is agreed and signed off, that is the number. And if all the polling stations, this is happening in every polling station, the rest is addition. You add the number of polling stations to get your constituency, right? Then you add the number of constituencies to get your region. And those numbers come to the Electoral Commission, and the final addition is done. Nobody can sit in the Electoral Commission and add numbers that do not exist. If people come and tell you that you have to attack officials of the Electoral Commission because for one reason or the other, please think very carefully about why they're asking you in particular to do this dirty work. Think very carefully about it. And ask yourself if the people asking you to do this thing actually have your interest at heart. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. We all have to understand that it could be your person or it could be the other person's person. We have had many elections in this country. Power has changed hands several times in this country. This was not the election where we decide that we will not compromise and we will not yield. Again, just like previous elections, someone will win, somebody will lose. So let's keep all of these things in mind as we go forward.